So today I'm going to be going over and exposing the trading club that have acquired 8 million in funded accounts, run by the man himself, Mr. Matt Bergin, Bat Merging, and we are going to run through exactly what they've done to achieve this, why their traders are so successful, and what lessons we can take from this. So what we're going to do is go through everything they do. So first things first is they use the free model system. They use the hybrid model, the full mech model, and the LRV model. These three models are very similar. The entry model is the complete same. So when you're looking on the lower time frames, the 15-minute and the 5-minute, they are the exact same. You can't even really tell the difference between the models. The difference lies in the bias of how these models are traded, whether you're buying, whether you're selling. So we're going to go over the full mech in this video. I'm going to explain the full mech in its full entirety so you completely understand what I mean by bias and entry model. And that's pretty much it. So what we're going to do now, let's take a little look here. Why do these TNB traders get all these results? It's not just because of the model, it's down to the scaling and the culture that is applied within the group. So we're going to expose all three of them within this video. We're going to expose the model first, so let's fucking get that right out the way. First things first, the model is incredibly simple. It is a fully mechanical entry model. There are no fair value gaps, there is no guessing. It is just a straight mechanical model. What I mean by this, if we come here and look in this example, this is either the London or the Asia session. If the high gets swept, so say we are bearish, we are looking for a sell position. The high gets swept, we come back down, we fake out, then we break structure to the downside under a fractal, which we're going to cover when we go into the charts. We are looking for a sell position. We'd put our limits on, our entry would be somewhere like here. We get tapped into the trade. If it comes up here, we get stopped out. If it taps into our entry and barrels down, we'll take a dub. Same thing completely and utterly applies for a buy position. It's the exact same thing. So say we are looking on the high time frames to buy the market. We'll be waiting for the low to get swept. Then we get our fake out, then we get our break of structure, then we put our limits on, stops at the low, limits here, get tapped into the trade, boom, barrel, 3R. Very simple stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to show you that quickly on the charts, what I mean by that, and what I mean by the entry model and the high time frame bias. So right here is an example of a trade taken on Friday. This is a 3R banger on AUD USD. Now for the bias, on the full mech model, all you need to do is install. So come into the indicators here, search in fractals, and then find fractals by Rachel T, this one right here. Once you've got that installed, you will have these triangles on the chart. You're going to trace these triangles back and look for a break of structure. So we can see here, we get a fractal here. We push through this fractal. So we are looking for sells. That is the full mech variation of the model, the bias. And then if we come onto the 5-minute here, what we can then do is we can have a little look here and replay the market and see exactly why we took this trade. So we look at the London session here as we're in the New York session. We've got the highest point of the London session here. That level in turn gets swept, boom. And then in this example here, we do not actually have our fake out. However, we have a 15-minute break of structure, which is another T and B confluence. So as soon as we break structure on the 15-minute here, boom, we get tagged in, and then we take 3R on our entry. So now we've gone over model, let's go over scaling. How do these TNB boys scale up their trading? How do they always pass funded accounts? Why is it whenever you go in the wins channel, there's just so many wins? Now, this is down to two separate things, dollar cost averaging and just scaling in general. First things first, dollar cost averaging, what is it? It is basically staggering when you are buying your funded account. So for example, you could buy a funded account here. Maybe you've decided you're going to buy one on a Monday, one on a Wednesday. This is a Monday, you bought one here. This is a Wednesday, you bought one here. This is a Monday, you bought one here. This is a Wednesday, you bought one here. So if you buy the funded account on this day here, you may not blow it. If you're risking correctly, you may not blow it, but you may have blown the account. However, if you bought a funded account on this day, you would have taken 2 trades drawdown. You would have brought the account out at drawdown and been up 1R. You would have passed the account here. You would have gone into a little bit of drawdown. Then you would have took 3 back-to-back 3R trade wins. And you would have most likely got a payout on that account. If you bought an account here, like this little line here, you would have passed the account in 2 trades, gone into a little bit of drawdown, then took this 3 win streak, and you would have stacked 2 payouts. While also on this day, look, you would have passed another, if you bought an account here, you would have passed another funded account. Very, very, very useful scaling tool. Now, What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys a free scaling tool for everyone, a free scaling plan. So if you are unsure on what to do in terms of scaling, buy 10K accounts of ACG, code 10K for 40. Man's not affiliated with ACG, you may need to sponsor me. Then once you've got your 10K passed, so say for example, you bought your 10K account here, buy your 10K account, lose a trade, pass the account here, then take 2 losses, get enough money here to have 600 in the account, withdraw that $600, then what you're gonna wanna do is buy a 100K FTMO account to scale up the funding, scale up your money, get more capital behind you. Now, same goes for futures. You want to use Alpha Futures 50Ks. Code Nez at checkout. Bless your boy up. Bless your boy up. I don't do this shit for fucking the shits and giggles, boys. I'm trying to help you man out, so help me out, yeah? So get yourself a 50K Alpha Futures account. Once you've got 5 of these accounts, you will be maxed out. So then when you're maxed out, you can get top step accounts and max them out. On futures, to be honest, you want to be trading the NASDAQ, or you want to be trading gold, or you want to be trading oil. One of the 3, get some data and see which ones work better for you. Now, let's completely dissect the culture of TNB, because this is something a lot of traders overlook: accountability. When you're surrounded by people every day that are on the same journey as you, when you've got someone to be there and tell you that you're being a spastic, tell you that you're being a G, that is very crucial. So that brings me into constant accountability. In TTC VIP, you do get assigned a accountability coach, which means every single week you will have someone on call keeping you accountable, making sure you're in check, making sure you're following your scaling plan, making sure you're abiding by the rules of the model, so you are going to get the best results. Alternatively, it's more expensive, but you could get a mentorship by someone like myself, by someone like Berg, like Willows, whoever you resonate with the most. Get a mentorship from them, because they're going to get one-to-one calls with you whenever you want, and you are going to be able to learn directly from the horse's mouth. And that's pretty much it. It's a short and sweet video. This is me exposing TNB, everything you need to know about the trading club and how to scale your trading business.